Good evening. My name is Laura Sa, and my topic is finding a vacation villa using travel websites. This presentation will cover my background, the research question, the problem, the rationale for this interdisciplinary focus, literature review, research methods, and outcomes. I started my IT career with American Airlines in 1988. In my over 30-year career in travel and tourism information technology, I've worked for many of the major airlines, including Eastern Airlines, Continental Airlines, and British Airways. I have also worked for major hospitality companies like Holiday Inn and the Marriott family of hotels. Additionally, I own a vacation rental property in Portugal. I currently work in Amtrak's Information Technology Department with a focus on customer and agent applications. My research question is, how can peer-to-peer vacation rental websites improve their matching accuracy for villas? With the growing peer-to-peer options, the opportunities for both property owners and travelers have increased and evolved. The rapid changes present both struggles and opportunities. The problem is that the perception of what type of property constitutes a villa is very different from person to person. The definitions of a villa include a large and luxurious country residence, large country house of Roman times having an estate and consisting of farm and residential buildings arranged around a courtyard, a detached or semi-detached house in a residential district, typically one that is Victorian or Edwardian in style. Even using these definitions, it can be difficult to truly classify a property as a villa. Would both of these property photos fit your expectations of a villa? The information technology needs for the travel and tourism industry are very unique and require that successful travel software applications are developed with an in-depth understanding of the travel and tourism industry and customer needs. The travel industry is continually changing the functionality of these complex yet sophisticated application systems. The literature review is primarily peer-reviewed journal articles, but also includes some recognized industry journal articles. The literature review is organized into 4 focus areas: system innovation and change, marketing issues, customer experience, and also host experience. The literature review shows that the evolution of third-party websites has dramatically grown the sharing economy. A 2014 article shows that focusing on quality design of the functionality and features is required for the industry to continue its growth and improve the trust factor. A recent article in 2018 detailed the rapid transformation in the peer-to-peer platforms. All of the research supports the need for refinement of the third-party platforms to meet the growing industry and customer expectations. The unique marketing challenges and opportunities of the sharing community are highlighted in a 2016 article that documents the need for the sharing community to focus on the trust components. Since the properties in peer-to-peer accommodations are individually owned and operated, the marketing must support areas of concern so that the customer trusts that the product and experience will meet their expectations. In the 2018 article, it is noted that the peer-to-peer websites also need to market to the property owners to support their entrepreneurship, and that the website needs to view property owners as valued stakeholders. The 2015 article outlines that the third-party website system and information quality is essential to overcome brand awareness challenges that are inherent with the sharing communities. The system quality associated with third-party websites also conveys to the individual properties in the quest for earning the customer's trust. Shu's 2017 article documents the direct relationship between online customer experience and increased revenues. If a customer struggles with the online search results are not accurate, or the look and feel are confusing or unpleasant, the customer will often not follow through with a purchase. Ho's 2017 article focuses on the importance of understanding customer preferences so that the search filters and search results are improved, reducing the work required for the customer. Multiple filters and result sorting are critical components of customer experience. The host experience is also critical, as they are key stakeholders for peer-to-peer websites. The article by Dale and Crawford detailed the need for booking systems to optimize the search parameters and algorithms. If the system is not processing the search accurately, the property owner can be negatively impacted by not appearing in the search results at all, or by being so far down in the list of results that prospective customers would not be considering their property as an option. The second point related to host experience is related to system effectiveness to achieve a specific mission. That mission is to match an owner's property to prospective customers that would be an appropriate match. The third reference regarding host experience is the importance of system innovation. There is competition between peer-to-peer accommodation third-party websites to attract customers and property owners. If third-party websites are unable to attract a diversity of properties, they will not have the inventory that customers seek. The primary research method was review of peer-reviewed articles. The literature review provides a solid foundation to my additional research methods. I worked through the IRB process to execute a survey of industry professionals, students, and travelers. The data collection of 3 peer-to-peer website search parameters was executed as an independent study course in the fall of 2018. The limitations of the research executed include: focused journal articles are limited as travel and tourism is a new academic focus. George Mason University is one of only a few institutions that has a Department of Tourism to support this academic area. The IT and travel and tourism industries are rapidly evolving, which makes academic research approval, funding, and execution hard to keep up with this pace. The survey limitations include the time needed to execute and receive approval from the IRB. Also, the ability to reach a volume of participants and find specific villa customers to include in the sampling. The data collection limitations include the inability to have access to proprietary data and algorithms. The survey participants include travelers, architecture and travel and tourism professionals, and students. The survey questions focus on villa definition and visual perception of a villa. The results of the survey showed that 33% of the participants believe that the definition that fits their expectation of a villa is a large and luxurious country house, while 17% of the participants felt that a large country house of Roman times, having an estate and consisting of farm and residential buildings arranged around a courtyard, was the best fit for their expectations. 11% viewed the definition of a detached or semi-detached house of Victorian or Edwardian style to align with their expectations. 22% of the participants felt that all 3 would meet their expectations. A very interesting point, in my opinion, was that 16% did not think any of these definitions aligned with their expectations. There were only 162 completed surveys, but enough of a sampling to demonstrate the lack of clarity for criteria of a villa. The bulk of the survey questions allowed participants to assign a property type that they felt best fit the property photo. All of these properties are currently listed as a villa on a third-party site. These properties participants felt should be classified as a house or a cottage rather than a villa. All of these properties are also currently listed as a villa on a third-party website. However, the survey participants did feel that these are accurately classified as a villa. The property type is especially important in the accommodation sharing community, as there are vastly different properties in the sharing community as opposed to the hotel industry. There are currently no definitions to help guide the property owner to a specific property type, which leaves this widely open to interpretation. It is necessary for the prospective guest to leverage both property type and photos to determine if they agree with the owner's classification. Some property types are particularly open to interpretation, which include villa, castle, chalet, cottage, boat, and yacht. The functionality of the three third-party websites are very similar. However, Airbnb is the only site that uses a two-tiered approach using primary and secondary property type. Property type and subproperty type adds a layer of complexity to defining the property type for the owner and searching capabilities by the guest. Airbnb has 16 primary property types and 33 sub-property types. HomeAway.co.uk has 25 property types, and Booking.com has 22 property types. The concept of search by property type is a focus for all three of these third-party websites. However, refinement of their functionality is needed. Regarding system innovation and change, the findings show that functionality needs to be modified to meet the diversity of the property types. There is a rapid growth in properties offered and customers seeking these lodging options. Among the marketing issues, the analysis shows that the sharing community must work to overcome trust and brand issues. The findings demonstrate that unique property types such as villa have unique marketing concerns that could be improved. The current customer experience for a villa search requires tedious work by the customer during their search to review photos of these properties returned in the search. Often the customer's expectations are not met by the properties returned in the search. The host experience for a villa owner is not positive. The host has challenges to assure their property is accurately represented in search returns. Until improvements are implemented, quality photos will be essential for property owners. There are several opportunities for future research. What percentage of customers use property type as a filter? Which filters do customers use and determine their filter priorities? What percentages are each property type used in customer searches? Are there any benefits to the use of the two-tiered property type approach? What percentage of bookings are found by using a property type filter? These topics will provide valuable insight into changes that could be made by the third-party website to better meet customer and host expectations and ultimately to improve the peer-to-peer lodging industry. This research has led to several specific industry recommendations. The third-party websites should define criteria for each property type. Third-party websites can provide two-tier enforcement for property type. First, the company can review and provide approval as they review the property before publishing the posting. Secondly, the company can collect customer feedback of whether a property meets their expectations for that property type. Regarding search filters, the company can provide the customer the ability to prioritize filters when they use more than one filter. And matching algorithms can be improved by implementing prioritization of properties approved by the company, and approved property type should be elevated in the search returns when property type filters are used. These specific recommendations could provide major returns with only a small investment. In conclusion, steps need to be taken to provide definitions and enforcement of these definitions through company and customer classifications. Prioritization and improvements to the search matching algorithm need to be completed. Ultimately, these enhancements will improve the system applications for the accommodation peer-to-peer sharing economy. As Ted Nelson stated, the good news about computers is they do what you tell them to do. The bad news is that they do what you tell them to do. Thanks so much. Have a great day.